If you're an undisciplined man right now, you're struggling with staying consistent, you're struggling with negative habits, you're struggling with hitting your macros in the gym, staying consistent with training and building the physique you want to build, it's time for you to get locked in. The number one thing that is going to help you to get locked in, bro, is for you to understand that all of this comes down to you perfecting your daily habits. This morning, I was up at 4 a.m., just basically like I am every morning. Do I miss sometimes? Do I fail sometimes? Yes, I do, okay? And that's why I have the habit tracker right up here that shows me exactly what days I fail, and I can go back and look and see why. And this is the biggest problem, is so many people wonder, oh, why can't I achieve my goals? And it's like, you can't achieve your goals because you haven't developed a mindset of discipline. You haven't even gotten disciplined enough to be able to form a habit, bro. Like, think about that. You don't even have the capabilities of having enough discipline to stick to something long enough to even build it into a habit. And then you wonder why. Oh, why is it that I'm still fat? Why is it that I still have, skinny arms? Why is it that my physique isn't changing? Why is it that my life isn't changing? Why do I not feel any differently day to day? Why am I not making progress while everybody else seems to be making progress and moving forward? It's because, dude, your daily habits suck. They suck. And you're a lot worse than you think you are. That's the harsh truth. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you because this is for my younger self and this is exactly what he needed to hear. You cannot sugarcoat this problem, my guy. If you are undisciplined and you're not hitting what you need to be doing every single day, you're not going to make progress. It's as simple as it is. I've talked in so many videos about what you need to be doing, right? When it comes to your physique, when it comes to your mindset, what are the habits that we do on a daily basis? Tracking your macros, okay? Making sure you're in the calorie deficit. Making sure that you're training, doing some kind of training every day. It's not that complicated. But that's the problem, is people think it's some fucking secret, right? Oh, there's got to be some secret. There's got to be some secret to getting jacked. There's got to be some secret to, getting rich. There's got to be some secret to achieving that internal state. But really, bro, there's no secret. The secret is what's obvious in front of your face that you don't want to accept. And that is, other things must be sacrificed in order for you to achieve your daily habits. In order for you to hit your macros on a daily basis, in order for you to actually train on a consistent basis, you're going to have to give up what? Oh, you might have to give up going out and drinking. You might have to give up smoking weed because you got to actually stay on your fucking calorie deficit. You got to hit your macros. You might have to actually, give up that time that you're going to spend playing video games or watching scrolling on social media or watching Netflix to actually go to the gym and train, because everybody's got a fucking excuse, bro. Everyone's got an excuse. Oh, I can't train because I don't have enough time. Really? Because last I looked, when I was on Instagram, I saw a truck driver who was working 100-hour weeks, always on the road, getting out of his truck and doing fucking calisthenics in the parking lot. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but there's literally people who don't have time making time. And you want to sit here and tell me you don't have time. It's complete bullshit. If you map out your hours throughout the day, you have time. It's not a matter of you don't have time. It's a matter of discipline. It's a matter of habits. That's the only thing that actually matters. You need to develop that mindset, that ruthless mindset that cuts out bullshit and inserts the things that are going to bring him toward his goals. Otherwise, you're just talking shit. You don't even really care about what you say you want. And that's what I realized is the vast majority of people, including myself. I'm not excluding myself from this because this is also something that I've struggled with. They just want to say shit. They just want to say they're working on shit. They just want to say, oh, I'm working on this. I'm going to do this big thing. But guess what? Do they take action? Because action speaks louder than words. If you're not taking action, you're not really moving forward. You don't want it bad enough. The pain of moving forward, the pain of actually changing is literally in your mind more uncomfortable and worse than the pain of staying the same. And that should scare the hell out of you. Because if you are so scared and you're so scared of moving forward and changing, and that pain is so great, you would rather stay in the same spot you are right now. You'd rather stay fat. You'd rather stay broke. You'd rather, stay a lower version of yourself in that negative internal state with those negative habits. If that's where you would rather be than to face the change and have to change your daily habits and have to actually become a bit more disciplined, that's a scary mindset to have, and that's one that you should be very afraid of. Because you're just going to sit there and literally rot, bro. You're going to sit there and rot. Nothing's going to change. So if you want to get locked in, understand this. There are key habits that you need to be doing on a daily basis for your mind, for your body to advance, if you want to advance. Macros, non-negotiable. You got to get your macros on lock, bro. You got to get your macros on lock. Now, I can help you do that, right? I can help you do that, but the macros got to be on lock. You got to get them on lock. You got to be tracking every single day. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as, oh, I'm not going to track my macros and I'm going to get ripped. That doesn't happen, bro. You have to track, you have to log, okay? Training, there's no reason as a man that you cannot be training and doing some sort of exercise on a daily basis. You don't have to be freaking crushing the weights, right? Do the weights every other day. Do something else. Do some cardio. Do something. You have to actually take action. You have to be doing something on a daily basis. Otherwise, what happens is you take these breaks, right? And this has happened to me so many times. You take some break. Oh, I'm going to take 1 day off. I'm going to take 2 days off. And what happens? The instant gratification mindset comes back. The addict mindset comes back, right? Oh, the dopamine, seeking that cheap dopamine, that starts to come back. You have to be fucking ruthless. You have to be ruthless. There's no other way about this. You can't half-ass this, bro. If you want to become the highest version of yourself, you can't half-ass your way to success, okay? It's not going to happen. You have to be all in or all out. Because if you stay in the middle, you're not going to make progress and your life's going to suck. You're not going to have the advantages and the benefits of being a guy who's jacked, of a guy who's, has a strong internal state and conscience and is moving forward and getting to that point where he can retire his family and make all this money. And you're not going to have the benefits of being that guy who's doing drugs and partying and living a life of degeneracy, right? You're not going to have either or. You're just going to be stuck in this weird fucking middle ground. So make a decision, right? Get on one side of the fence. Stop half-assing it. The macros and the training are a necessity for the body on a daily basis. For your mind, reflection and meditation. Journaling and reflection in the morning is what I do literally every morning. This morning, I woke up 4 o'clock, right? Got my push-ups done, posted on Instagram to my story to show you guys that I wake up at this time almost every morning. Do I fail sometimes? Yes, I do. I'm a human being. I'm going to admit that to you. There are times where I fail. But guess what? Even through failure, there are lessons to be learned. Because when I reflect and I go, what was it that made me wake up late that day? Oh, I only got, 2 hours of sleep. My body can't really handle that. I'm actually natural. I'm not enhanced. I'm not on steroids like a lot of these other people you see on fucking line. What caused that? Why didn't I get to bed on time? See, and this is why reflection is so important, especially in the morning, because you think about the yesterday, right? And you write down, what is it that actually stopped me from achieving what I wanted to achieve? And then you trace it back. And if you're honest with yourself, you're always going to find it was probably some high dopamine activity that broke your streak, right? Some high dopamine activity that caused you to veer off the path, off of your daily habits. And that's what it was for me. I started to notice lately that I have been struggling, okay? I have been struggling with staying consistent with creating more content versus consuming. It's so easy on social media today with all of the fucking distractions, with all the things they put out there to suck you into being a consumer versus a producer. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to master right now because I've gotten so many other things down on lock, right? I've gotten my training and my macros on lock. I've gotten the meditation and the journaling on lock. I've quit the alcohol and the weed and the porn, right? And constantly needing to eat junk food and sugar. I've got that shit on lock because of my daily habits. I've got that shit on lock. But there's always going to be something. There's always going to be that one thing. And there's always going to be something that you can do to improve and do better. Every time, bro, there's going to be something. So look for that thing. When you reflect in the morning, try to find that thing that is holding you back. Try to find that constraint that is holding you back from putting out more and doing more. Because yes, do I create my content? You guys might go, oh, what do you mean? You're always creating content. Yeah, but think of how much more I could be doing if I wasn't consuming. I could be 10xing. And what does 10xing result in? I'm 10xing the amount of value I'm putting out. I'm 10xing the amount of people that I'm helping. I could be doing that instead of consuming. So that's one of the things I've been struggling with. One of the things that I'm working on personally through my reflection every morning and finding a system and a way to actually be able to effectively produce versus consume. Because a lot of times what happens is you have pain in your life, right? There's some problem. And so you go on the internet and you look for answers. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, bro. But the problem with that could be you spend so much time looking for answers and consuming content versus taking action. In my example, I'm building my business, right? I want to get to that point where I've got freedom. I've got the freedom to travel. I've got the freedom to not ever have to work a 9 to 5 again. The freedom to retire my girl, retire my parents, right? Help my whole family and my whole bloodline, like change the direction of their bloodline. And so I spend a lot of time researching and trying to find answers and reading books. And that's great. But guess what? You know what you really need in order to actually make change, in order to actually figure out what the hell is going on? You need to take action. Action is the number one thing that you should be doing, supplemented with learning. It shouldn't be, I spend 8 hours a day learning and 2 hours of action. It should be the other way around. right? I spend 1 hour learning, 10 hours of action, because that's where you're going to get the feedback in real time. Because you're not going to know. People tell you shit. There's so much information out. You're not going to know. You got to take action, bro. And that's the only thing that matters. It's just action. Day after day, it's just action. Just hitting your daily habits over and over and over again. So reflect. Figure out what that thing is that's holding you back. Figure out that constraint. For me, the biggest constraint I have in my life right now is social media. That is literally the only thing, because I have to post, but I also have to block the consumption. I have to be able to post while blocking the consumption. That is the biggest thing that I have to overcome right now. So what is that thing for you? What is that thing that is holding you back from being consistent? Is it hitting your macros every day? Because you're struggling to get ripped and you still got belly fat and you're wondering why am I still fat? Oh, maybe because I'm not hitting my fucking macros every day. Maybe because I'm not in a deficit. Maybe because I'm not training and building muscle. Maybe because I'm still eating like shit and drinking alcohol. It could be that, bro. It could be that. You got to figure out what that thing is, and you need to ruthlessly attack it, ruthlessly remove. The process of leveling up, the process of ascending to a new level has much more to do with removing things and cutting things away in your life than adding more bullshit in, right? Because anytime I've added in more shit, the more stuff I bring into my life, the more things I try to do and the more goals I try to accomplish and I'm going crazy, the less I actually do, bro. The less I actually do. The more focused I can get on one thing, the more focused I can hone in and remove all these other distractions, the faster I've moved forward every time. Every time that's how it's worked. Every time, without exception, without exception. So reflect. The meditation, I like to do my meditation midday. Personally, I like to do it midday because it's a moment for me to center and like reset for the day and kind of just ground myself in all the craziness of the day and to kind of recenter for the second half, right? It's like halftime. It's like you're taking halftime break to recenter for the rest of the day so you can go and attack the day the way you need to. Just in case in the morning you've gotten thrown off. It could be social media, it could be porn, it could be, you ate a bunch of junk food or something, you're feeling like shit. It could be anything. But meditation helps you become present and aware of your thoughts so you can make better decisions. So those are the 4 key habits on a daily basis that you should be doing to lock in as an undisciplined man right now. If you're undisciplined, you should be working on getting your macros dialed in, getting your training dialed in, getting your meditation dialed in, and getting your morning reflection dialed in so you can see what you did in the last day. And this is the biggest issue. It's not the information. Everyone thinks, oh, it's the information. I don't have the secret. What's the secret, bro? What's the secret to getting ripped? What's the secret to getting 6-pack abs? It's not the fucking secret. There is no secret. There is no secret, bro. There's no secret. The only thing you need is accountability. Only thing you need is discipline. The only thing you need are successful habits that bring you to where you want to go. That's all you need. That's it. So every day, take action. Every day, be moving forward, right? And if you want to be around other people who are living on a similar lifestyle, that's why I have the free community, because the free community and the guide that I put in there that shows you my daily structure, that is literally what allows you to be around other people who are on a similar path. Because you're going to have a bunch of people out here, what the fuck is this guy doing? Why is he training so much? Why is he waking up so early? Why is he eating so healthily? Why is he hitting his macros every day? Oh, you put your macros into your phone and you track them? That's weird. Yeah, but I don't look like you. Right? There's a difference between me and you because I have a different daily habit. It's not because someone's better than someone else. It doesn't have anything to do with someone's innate value. It has to do with what they do on a daily basis. If I track my macros and I train every single day, I'm going to be ripped and you're not, because you don't do that, because you don't put in the work for that. And it's as simple as that, man. So if you want to get disciplined, focus on these 4 daily habits. Do them every single day. Accompany that with a habit tracker, okay? And once you do that, bro, your life will rapidly begin to change. If you want my help personally with this process, a 90-day transformation, check the link in the description, book a call, we'll talk, we'll see where you're at, we'll see what your goals are, see if you're a good fit, see if you're actually dedicated and ready to change. If you're not ready for that, check out the community. We got a link in the description somewhere for the free community. You can hop in there, check out the free step-by-step kind of course that I laid out, and you can see kind of roughly what I'm talking about in terms of like setting up your day in such a way that you're able to actually be effective and become disciplined. And that's it, man. What I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to build a community, right? I'm trying to get like-minded people together, men who are struggling right now, undisciplined, struggling with porn, alcohol, weed, junk food. They don't train. They don't track their macros. They don't lift. They look like shit. They feel like shit. Their life is shit. It's that internal state, because that was once me, bro. That was once me. And it wasn't until I started to really focus in on my daily habits and my mindset and my discipline that I was able to actually change. It wasn't even so much the information as it was getting accountability, getting discipline, and building those daily habits. So that's what the point of this whole channel is. That's a point of what I'm doing here. And if you find that to align with your values, then subscribe. I'm going to keep putting out videos like this, man. I'm just here to really just push myself forward to the highest version of myself and report back to you what I'm learning in the process, what I'm struggling with in the process, and document my journey all the way to the top. Document my journey to building the best physique I possibly can. Document my journey to locking in my habits and having that elite internal state where I'm just at peace, where I'm just flowing, where I'm just like moving forward. Document my journey to becoming, to becoming rich and being able to retire everyone in my family and to be able to have that freedom that most people never ever be able to experience. So that's it. I love you guys. Stay disciplined. Keep on the daily habits and become the highest version of yourself. Never, 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 never give up.